Welcome back to our brand new lecture series called Places in News. This is lecture number 3 in this series, and today we are going to discuss Caribbean islands. You must have heard about Caribbean islands if you are fans of cricket. If you are fans of cricket, you must have heard about a cricket team called West Indies. Well, the cricketers in this team come from Caribbean islands. So, what are Caribbeans? Okay, what are Caribbean islands? We'll talk about that. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look at why Caribbean islands were in the news. Why were these islands in news? Okay, you can take a look at this picture. These islands are beautiful, very picturesque. But why were they in news? Because the center of Hurricane Beryl charged menacingly towards Jamaica. Jamaica is a Caribbean island, is one of the islands in the Caribbean. So these Caribbean islands are actually suffering or are actually facing a very strong hurricane called Hurricane Beryl. This hurricane is so strong that it is actually categorized in category 4. So it is category 4 hurricane. That means the speeds of winds are around 200 kilometer per hour. So the winds of this hurricane are 200 kilometer per hour, and the entire chain of Caribbean islands, most of the Caribbean islands are suffering from this hurricane Beryl. Okay, so much so that after winning the World Cup final, the Indian cricket team also got stuck at the airport because this hurricane was going on. Okay, Hurricane Beryl. Now, Jamaica is one of the islands, one of the most prominent islands in the Caribbean. So that is why Hurricane Beryl is also coming towards Jamaica. So that is why it was in the news. Plus, it was in the news because most of the matches of the ICC T20 Cricket World Cup were held in Caribbean islands. Some of the matches were in USA, but some of the matches were held in Caribbean islands. So that is why Caribbean islands were in the news. So for two things, Hurricane Beryl, write the name over here, Hurricane Beryl, and ICC T20 World Cup. Okay, now let's talk a bit about this Caribbean islands. Okay, let's talk about the geographical information. Now here is the map of Caribbean islands. So you can see this is United States, the southernmost tip of United States. This is Gulf of Mexico because there is Mexico. This is Nicaragua, Panama, Colombia, Venezuela. From here, South America starts. And between North America and South America, there is this thing called Caribbean Sea. And around these Caribbean Sea are the Caribbean islands. So these are the Caribbean islands. These are Caribbean islands, starting from Cuba till Trinidad and Tobago. Okay, so from Cuba to Trinidad and Tobago, these are Caribbean islands. So on their south is the Caribbean Sea, on their north is the North Atlantic Sea. Let's take a look at the few facts. Geographical facts. The Caribbean is a sub-region of Americas, okay, sandwiched between North and South America. That includes the Caribbean Sea and its islands. As you can see, Caribbean Sea and its islands. Islands here. Okay. The region is southeast of Gulf of Mexico and North America, east of Central America, and north of South America. As you can see, southeast of Gulf of Mexico. Okay. East of this is Middle America. Okay. And north of this is South America. Make sense? Yeah? So, okay, let's clear the map first and then we'll start. We'll go back to geographical information. Now, it is situated largely on the Caribbean plate. Now, Caribbean tectonic plate, this Caribbean tectonic plate, the region has more than 700 islands, islets, reefs, cays. Okay? Island arcs delineate the northern and eastern edges of the Caribbean Sea, Greater Antilles of the north and Lesser Antilles to the east and south. Now, carefully look over here. Okay, now this is the entire Caribbean islands. As you can see, these are Caribbean islands. Okay, now this particular portion is known as Greater Antilles. I'll clear it again. Okay, these big islands like Cuba, Haiti, Santiago, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, these islands are called Greater Antilles. Okay, and then there are small islands, these Dominique, Martinique, St. Lucia, Trinidad and Tobago, Jamaica, right? From Puerto Rico, there is a chain of very small islands. These are known as Lesser Antilles. So the entire Caribbean islands can be divided into two parts. Part one is Greater Antilles. Why it's called Greater? Because it consists of big islands. And then Lesser Antilles because it consists of small island chain. Okay, so Greater Antilles, Lesser Antilles. Okay, the Lesser Antilles and the Greater Antilles combined together with Lucayan Archipelago. Lucayan Archipelago is also known as Bahamas. You must have heard about Bahamas Island. It is a big tourist destination. So Lesser Antilles plus Greater Antilles plus Lucayan Archipelago are collectively known as West Indies. So this Greater Antilles, Lesser Antilles combined are known as West Indies. So you have to remember this. No doubt there is a West Indies cricket team, but West Indies is not a country. West Indies is a region which consists of various countries, many countries, which includes Cuba, Haiti, Antigua, Dominique, Martinique, St. Lucia, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago. All of this is known as West Indies. So West Indies cricket team, the players in that cricket team don't come from one country, they come from multiple countries, mostly English speaking small islands. Okay, so this is known as Antilles. Okay, the Lesser and Greater Antilles together with Lucayan Archipelago. Lucayan Archipelago is the Bahamas island chain. Okay, this is known as West Indies. So just remember this fact: West Indies is not a country. West Indies is a region. All right. Now this region is called West Indies also, Caribbean also, Caribbean islands. Okay, and why was this island chain or these islands were in news? Because of Hurricane Beryl. Okay, so what is Hurricane Beryl? Hurricane Beryl is basically a tropical cyclone. Tropical cyclones in this region, tropical cyclones in Atlantic Ocean or in Caribbean Sea are called hurricanes. Okay, so hurricane is nothing but a tropical cyclone, because in this part of the world tropical cyclones are called hurricanes Beryl. It is the earliest category 4 storm to mark the beginning of Atlantic hurricane season this year. So hurricane season in Atlantic Ocean has started. The first storm of this hurricane season was Hurricane Beryl. Okay, it is category 4 storm. That means the wind speeds are 209 kilometers per hour. Now even Indian cricket team got stuck at the Barbados airport, and you can see Barbados. Where is Barbados? Here. This is Barbados. Okay, so Barbados actually lies in Lesser Antilles. Okay, in fact, Hurricane Beryl actually affected Lesser Antilles. Greater Antilles countries, Cuba, Puerto Rico, were not affected by it. Lesser Antilles were affected by it. Okay, and that's about it. That's all you need to know about the Caribbean islands. I hope it was useful, and I'm sure it is adding value to your preparation, though you have to be regular with this lecture series to actually add some value to your preparation. Okay, this lecture series will definitely benefit you, but you have to be consistent, regular with it. All right, I'll see you next time with another place in news. Thank you.